There is a reason this has acquired the name of the atomic pig around my house. It is out of this world. What you see before you is a 10-pound pork loin. In my family, over time, when I make this dish and cook the entire uncut pork loin, it has lovingly become known as the atomic pig. But for this video, due to time constraints, I'm going to cut this thing in half. So step number one is you need to butterfly this. Take a sharp knife and you're going to go right through the center here. You're not going to cut all the way. Going to open it up like a book, and there you have a butterfly pork loin. Step number one, you're going to want to apply some Dijon mustard to the inside. You can use honey Dijon, you can use a spicy Dijon. It's all about making it your own. Next, grab your favorite sweet barbecue rub. I'm using Honey Hog Hot from Meat Church. This is not a sponsored item. It's just something I really like. So it's got honey powder, jalapeno powder in it. Next up, you're going to come in with some brown sugar. I'm using a dark brown sugar, but you can use light if you choose. I'm going to kind of pack it in. And next, grab your favorite whiskey. With me living in Tennessee, there's really only one choice. I think you know what I'm talking about. Going to lightly drizzle some on the inside of this. Don't go crazy. We're not making boozy pork. Next up, going to take the knife to kind of help me fold this back over. Next up, going to go with some Dijon mustard again. Don't have to go crazy with this. Going to kind of act as a binder just to kind of hold our rub on the outside. And this is an opportunity to go with a 2-rub combo. So I went with the spicy honey hog on the inside. I'm going to go with the regular honey hog, which is way more sweet on the outside. Roll it over to the other side and repeat the step. I'm going to let this sit here for just a few minutes, give this rub time to get tacky and make sure it's thoroughly adhered to the meat. Next up, you're going to lay out 4 pieces of butcher's twine, roughly 18 to 24 inches in length. You're going to get a few pieces of bacon. I'm going to kind of lay these right here. You're going to take your pork loin, set it right down on top of it. Grab yourself a few more pieces of bacon. I'm going to lay this one right here. Going to tie this up. If you loop this through twice, it'll help to kind of cinch this knot so it doesn't come apart quite so easy. Don't tie it so tight you're going to rip through the bacon. Snip off the excess twine. Just a little bit more rub on top of the bacon. And now it's out to the smoker. Place it down. Don't let it get too spread out, kind of scrunch it up, because whatever way you put it on here, that's how it's going to cook. You notice I have put down a tray on my baffle plate here because this thing is going to get super sticky and drip everywhere. So this is going to save some cleanup in the long run. So just a little tip from me to you. You can put down some tin foil, you can put down a cookie sheet, whatever helps you clean up the mess after you're done cooking. I'm going to take a meat probe, going to stick it in kind of dead center here, just so we can kind of keep an idea on the temp. Once we hit about 130 degrees, we're going to start glazing this with a super sweet, sticky glaze. So let's go make that. Maintain temps between 240 and 250 degrees. To begin the glaze, I'm going to start with a half a stick of butter, followed by a half a cup of brown sugar. I'm going to go in with a 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard, and a 1/4 cup of your favorite whiskey. And just to bump it up just a notch, we're going to go in with a little more of our spicy dry rub. And we're going to stir it around. Give it a taste. Yeah. This is going to sound so weird, but it has kind of a bananas Foster flavor to it, if you know what that tastes like. Be sure you don't leave this on the burner too long. You don't want the sugar to get scorched. That's going to ruin the whole thing. The impending weather is causing me to push my timetable up just a little bit, so we're sitting right at about 120 internal temp, so we're going to glaze it, and then I may have to finish it inside in the oven. Just going to start painting this on. This is going to start to caramelize these sugars. Everything's going to get nice and crunchy. It's going to be like meat candy. And as you can see, putting this pan down really saves me some cleanup because that would have all been inside my smoker. And now all I have to do is pull that pan out and then I'm done. That, my friends, is working smarter and not harder. That is a thing of beauty. So since the weather outside had alternate plans for me, what I ended up doing was left it on the smoker for as long as I could, brought it in, finished it off in my toaster oven. I ran it until it hit 156 degrees internal. Then I flipped it to the broiler setting. I glazed it one last time to crisp up the bacon on the top and then caramelize all these sugars. I pulled it at 160 degrees. The carryover is going to carry it up just a few more degrees. I would not recommend taking this to 165. Then you'll get into dry meat territory. Let's remove this string. I'll say this string probably tastes better than some meals I've had. I'm doing this barehanded, but I would not recommend it. Sugar is hot and it sticks to you. Let's cut into this. Oh yeah, juicy, super juicy. Gonna drizzle a little bit of the glaze that I set aside earlier on it. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to dig in. Some pork loin, some bacon. Oh man, it's so juicy. You can really get that pop of that dry rub I used. It's heating up just a little bit from the stuff I put on the inside. That glaze sets everything off perfectly. Man, this is the way to do pork loin. It's like candied bacon on top of pork loin. There's no other way to describe it. Wow. This has been a hit in our house for many, many years. Consider making it a hit in your house too. It is, without a doubt, one of the best pieces of pork loin you will ever put in your mouth. So consider giving this a try. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider giving me a like, a subscribe, or drop me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. Every time you do that, it helps to push me out to a few more people. So help me continue to spread the word. And with that, get up, go out, cook some good food, be a little bit better tomorrow than you were today, and I will catch you next time.